Got another short vid for you today. This one's on undershot dogs, or dogs being undershot. Nothing intended or meant for any legal purposes. It's all history, opinion, experience. This is going to be short because there's not a lot to say about it really. But being undershot is part of the breed. And most consensus is that it comes from the English side of the American Pit Bull Terrier, the Bulldog, as it were. Back in the bull and bear baiting days, and even before that. And the physics behind it is, if the dog's a little bit undershot because the bottom cutters are curved a little bit and the jaw sticks out slightly, it allows them to hold on better. And as long as the canines come together in a kind of a scissor bite, then them holding on is effective. Now, most people prefer a scissor bite all the way around, meaning the canines come together in a scissor bite and the molars come together and the incisors come together even. They're flat with each other. With the undershot there, it's a little bit more pronounced on the bottom, sticks out a little bit more. And I've never been able to track how that came about or why, other than to speculate or just use common sense to think that breeders way in the past realized that there's a certain advantage as far as the animals being able to hold on. I'm not too sure if the cutting aspect or the damage aspect was taken into consideration when you're thinking about breeding undershot dogs, as much as it was them being able to hold on. Because, you know, bears and bulls are a lot bigger than a dog. So if a dog grabs them and is able to hold on through the shaking and trying to stomp them and banging them around, the better for the dog. They're tough, durable, they sustain damage, the dog does. But a smart dog, and I've seen this even in modern day dogs, staffs or pit bull, whatever it was, there's videos of them, and I've seen them in real life. Back when I was a kid working on the farm, they just called them bulldogs back then. I wasn't even sure what a pit bull was at that time. I'm talking about, 10, 12 years old. Some of the ranchers had them. What they do, where it's most effective, is if they grab the bull or the cow or whatever it is by the nose. It's very sensitive. Anybody that's been around horses and cattle know that's a sensitive area. They react heavily to it being hit or cut or banged on, slapped or whatever it is. And if you ever see a dog do that to a cow or a bull, grab them by the nose, they almost immediately drop to their knees. Their front legs just go down completely out of it. That's how sensitive it is. 600, 700, 800,000 pound animal will drop if it's grabbed by its nose right there. And if you ever touch it, it's soft. It's like felt. Real soft, like skin, real soft skin. And there's not a lot of hair that covers that area anyways, but it's just real sensitive. So being undershot is part of the breed. And even if you breed two straight mouth dogs together, you could still get undershot dogs because it's in there. In fact, Miss Rowdy, who was Big Red's sister, she had a straight mouth, and so did Big Red. But with her, no matter, we bred her to, we bred her to Champion Ninja, we bred her to, who else? Bred her to Champion Bill, And no matter what, she always had one pup in her litter, even though she had a straight mouth. One pup in each litter that was severely undershot. I'm talking like ½ inch. And it was a detriment. That's why I don't like them too undershot. Bill was undershot. His son Howler was undershot. It didn't affect their bite. They could hold on. Howler was a hard biter. It didn't affect him. And a lot of dogs, like I said, have are undershot. I can't tell you which dogs in history are, but you can look at the pictures. You can kind of tell it sticks out. And you look at the old English bulldog, you can see it. It's very pronounced. Theirs is all twisted and offset, heavily undershot. Some of them can still hold on. They can. It's almost like that hook, the bottom teeth hook, and that's what makes them hold on as long as they can close the top part. It can come together. They just hold on. Like I said, it's not so much based on how much damage they could do. It's the fact that they don't let go. They don't let go because they don't want to let go. So you even see it in the extreme case of the old English bulldog. But it is part of the breed. Back in the day, you had to judge whether it was a hindrance or not. The only way you could do that was see them in action. A lot of dogs are like that. Famous dogs were like that. Like I said, I can't really say which ones throughout history. It's not something that is mentioned a lot, but you can tell in certain pictures, you can see it if you're familiar with what it looks like, even with the dog's mouth closed. So some people don't like it, some people don't mind it. For me, as long as they can do whatever it is they can do to the full extent, speaking about the past, they could do to the full extent of their ability, it didn't bother me that they were undershot, because I knew it was part of the breed. And I knew why it was kept as a physical trait, at least as far as the English are concerned, in the Bulldogs of England and the American Pit Bull Terrier of the United States. So you have to be the judge of that. And your hang time and your wall climb, when they grab the bait, all that. Does it help them? Does it hurt them? Does it not make a difference at all? You be the judge of that. But it is part of the breed. I kind of like it. Doesn't bother me. Gives them that kind of bulldoggy look. And several of my dogs had it. Just a little bit. And I didn't really see a difference between a straight mouth dog that I had and a undershot dog that I had, except in those extreme cases where they couldn't hold on and the canines didn't come together. But other than that, undershot, straight mouth, they bit the same. So that's a little bit on undershot dog. Like I said, there's not much to say about it. Just something to throw out there, keep it going, and let me know what you think, what your experiences are with having dogs like that. As far as conformation shows goes, it's a little bit of a fault. Not much, 5 points or something like that. But, if it comes to a dog that has an even bite and an undershot bite, because of the way the standard is written for most registries, the favor goes to the straight mouth or even bite dog. Except with me, I just different. Been over that. So hope you enjoy short clip. Let me know what you think.